Willkommen, meine Lipschitz. So we're at the Black Q, the cabal, the evil mofos that we've all been suffering under and are finally able to cut their bellies open, like that dragon that just pours water out of its stomach. Remember that? The Rod in the Ring shall strike. So, where to even begin? This is the powers that be. This is the NWO, the Zionists, the they, the whatever you want to call them, whatever flavor. These are the ones who were pushing for the T-tip, the TPP, and TISA. These are the ones from the Frankfurt School and the Tavistock Institute and the Bohemian Grove and the Bilderberg Group. And they're the ones who run the Hollywood Illuminati, which is really run by the CIA for them. I mean, it's all just front group after front group after front group. It's kind of like how the Queen of England likes to think that she's completely innocent because she doesn't do anything. Her prime ministers do everything for her, and oh, that keeps her hands just all nice and tidy. So these are the people who sacrifice children to Moloch. These are the ones who harvest Santorum. Santorum being the mixture of blood, semen, and feces. And this came about when the gay community were so angry at Rick Santorum that they just needed a word that came up with the absolute worst thing they could think of that there wasn't already a term for. And that didn't seem to faze anybody, and it was almost intentional. Maybe it was a move that was named after him. Just go so rough, you just wreck it. So then, when you really want to get into the blackness of Q, and we're talking like the Dark Matron and the Dark Mother, and like all this occult gobbledygook, take Santorum from somebody you just straight up snuff filmed to death. Like, make their death the most horrible, agonizing, messed up thing you can think of. So, not only, and time it to where as you do your due, they're done, and they will shortly thereafter void their bowels, and you can do whatever you do with that, but you're also going to be harvesting their adrenochrome. Which, takes us back to the Hollywood Illuminati with Hunter S. Thompson, who was into that stuff, and, like, straight up, he would talk about it on, like, late-night talk shows, about how he'd hunt and murder kids, and whether or not he'd screw them. Like, he'd film the snuff films and all the brownstones and just all the dirty little secrets, because why do you have brownstones? Because these people are just obsessed with their egos, and the only way to get them to commit to a deal, because they will backstab everyone, is to just record all of them doing something just absolutely messed up that there's no way you can get out of. And this is effectively what the memo has to do with, in a sense, because it's going to start tearing all those people down. The cabal, the one with the Q. So, how did all this come about? Well, for me, it happened shortly, well, not really shortly, but like a few years after 9/11, when what was it? I read some Dan Brown, and then, like, I was having a conversation in a bar, I think at a Charlie's, with, like, a firefighter, and, I was like, this is messed up, and, like, what the heck? Something's not right here. And he was all sorts of angry. And I was like, no, I want to make sure this kind of crap never happens again. He's like, all right, look into the Freemasons, they're real, and the Lakota Sioux, and ask about the Brotherhood. So that sent me down all sorts of rabbit holes, and I found Loose Change, and then Zeitgeist, and then Zeitgeist got debunked because, okay, there was a bunch of weirdness, like, towards the end. But the concepts were just enough to make you go, huh? And so, like, I got into that, and then I was getting a fine arts degree after, like, really not wanting to have anything to do with the medicinal field. Like, I saw all the sides of it, and I was like, no, I don't want to be a drug rep, I don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be a a pharmacist. I was going for an orthodontist, but for all the wrong reasons. It's like if you had really messed up. Anyway, it's not even important. So, like, all of these people are, like, harvesting organs. They're sucking out, blood. Like, they're being literal vampires, then putting it into themselves so they can live longer, rejuvenate themselves, all the stem cell stuff. They're the transhumanists. They're the ones who want to enact the Georgia Guidestones and just cull all the useless eaters. Like, these are the people who were selling everyone into slavery, but it was slavery to themselves because it's socialism for them and just hell for us. Like, these are all the worst people doing all the worst things, and they're hiding all the tech, and whether or not we've had contact with any kind of extra dimensional beings, or they're sending out crazy brainwaves from their Tesla tech in North Korea, the Ryugyong Hotel in Pyongyang, like, whatever they're doing, whatever they're hiding from us, it's all about to come crashing down. Because I'm not saying all the conspiracy theorists were right. So a lot of the stuff was fed, it was just COINTELPRO from Mockingbird. And it just keeps getting darker. I mean, there's the mafia, there's the papacy, it's religion, it's the state, it's society, and they've been controlling all angles of it for so long. And you've always wondered, aren't there good guys? Like, if there's so much darkness, where is the light? Where is the light? And ultimately, you have to be the light, and you have to go into the darkness, because where is the light needed the most? It's needed in the darkness. So that's where we've been. We gazed into Kek's primordial pond of chaos, into the abyss, through Pan's door into Pandora's box, and made it out. And what have we learned? Well, we've learned to at least stick up for ourselves and not tolerate the intolerable anymore. It's don't do it for me, God, but I'm going to do it. And if you want to help, that'd be awesome. So, thanks for listening. Talk to you later.